Tai Pan for Shanzai.com, and we're here today with the full review of the Moonse APAD 7002, one we just done a little first look at earlier in the week. The great thing about this video that we're going to be showing you is it's actually quite an impressive device. It's got some fantastic performance improvements that we haven't seen on some of the other tablets that we've reviewed yet. Namely, right off the bat is some 1080p video, which we'll be showing you a little bit later in the review as well. So let's get right into the device. We're going to go into the dark here so that you can actually see what's going on the screen. Lots of guys are complaining about the lighting and whatnot for our videos, so we're going to try to turn the lights off and just bring the camera in on the device so you can see what's happening on the screen. So previously we've taken a look at the hardware of the Moonse 7002. Now we're going to jump straight into the applications and software performance. One of the things people always ask us about the devices in the comment section is the Android market available on the device? In fact, this particular device has several markets that were preloaded on it, a couple of them in Chinese, but it also does, yes, have the Android market app here. You can see the icon here that we've got going into. Click that to open it up, loads up, brings up some of the apps there. Let's look over into the games. Let's go into the game category, all games, loading. There you go. There's a list of various games that are available for you now. So in the market. So yes, there is Android market availability, so you can download your apps from there. Okay, of course, one of the main tasks you'll be doing on your tablet is browsing, and we have the, of course, good browsing functionality that we've seen from the Moonse. I would say that's on par with other tablets that we've visited before in videos, but maybe not as quite as fast as the Wits. We're not really sure, so we're going to do some comparison videos of some of the different products together for you in the future, so you'll be able to check that out. But basically, it's your standard browsing experience, remembering that it's Android 2.1 and not 2.2, which means there's still no support for Flash while it's the Moonse is running Android 2.1. So bringing up some of the web pages we typically look at here, let's go visit CNN for a moment. Pop that up there. First loading of it on the device, so just take a moment as it browses away. You can see the browser progress bar is tootling about halfway there now. Come on, browser. Again, we're never sure if it's our Wi-Fi network or the browser itself, but you'll see what to say. There we go, CNN. And you can see that it's the full version of CNN's webpage that it's actually showing, and not the mobile edition. So Android 2.1 with the browser preloaded seems to want to pull up the full websites, not the mobile editions that you sometimes see with your browsing experience on tablet devices. We'll take a quick dip into the music performance of the device, because I think that'll show you two interesting features of the particular Moonse product. One of them is that it's got outstanding speaker quality, actually. If you play the song here, you can hear that the audio quality is quite loud, and actually it's only set at 3/4 volume right now. And that's one of the interesting things about the device, is that actually, while the music playback and the speaker quality is excellent in the videos and both the music applications, there is no dedicated hardware button for adjusting the volume on the particular sound that you're listening to at any given time, and you have to use the software buttons up there in the top of the screen. So basically, you almost want to preset your volume before you start listening to something, because it's a little bit difficult to change the volume while it's an application is playing. I think that's probably pretty easily solvable with a software update, so hopefully the Moonse guys will be getting on that. While we're taking a look at the multimedia playback functionality of the Moonse 7002, which is one of the places where it really shines, let's get into the video. And of course, I think still YouTube is probably going to be one of the most popular ways that people will be watching videos on their Moonse devices. The YouTube application itself is not as complex as some of the applications we've seen in actual playback screens, but if you'll see, I think you'll find that most of the actual video quality and playback is quite good. It's simplified interface, but the video does fill the screen. The performance is very good. The picture quality is quite clear. I mean, really this is one of the better implementations of just actually watching the video. I think I would sacrifice great navigation around YouTube for better video quality myself. So I would say the video performance on this is excellent. YouTube video performance is very good, so let's take a look at the actual native or local videos on the SD card and see how that performance is. I think you could probably tell from the title and the way we've been advertising this particular review is that it is finally our first time that we've seen 1080p video. One of the interesting things on it is I can't find a dedicated video application icon, but exploring through the to our test content folder, getting into the videos on the device, we've got a whole list of different file formats, and I won't tease you too much further. We'll go straight to 1080p. This of our Booth Babe video that we always show. This one is a WMV9 version of it. Let me get that a little bit better for you there on camera. So you can see it's actually cruising through the video fine. Our horrible audio in the background of that video is sounding just as horrible as it always does, so the audio quality is fine, there's no skipping there. And that's full 1080p video that you're seeing on the screen here. Very impressive. We have heard it, lots of people have claimed it, but this is the first time we've really seen it in our own hands-on experience with a tablet. Okay, here we have here it is. This is what it looks like in the H.264 format. Again, it's the same video. I'm not sure if it's how clear it is for you guys there. It's still quite playable, but there is just a slight bit more of stuttering on occasion, whereas it tries to struggle through that full 1080p. It's maybe not so noticeable to on camera there, but it is a little bit of slight performance lag. Still quite impressive, actually. So what that does mean, though, of course, the 480p and 720p versions we have of this videos play fine. I'm not going to get you those on video for you today in the interest of keeping this video fairly short. So what we just want to tell you, what we've seen from this device is the video playback on the device locally from the SD card is very, very good quality. One of the interesting things about the device is it came preloaded with several games that like to take advantage of the accelerometer. Let's move in there, new game. Let's see if we can get things kind of rolling here right off the bat. And winter chase, loading the game. Ooh, we got a nice winter landscape here for us to go flying around in. Oh, I see. So you can see we're kind of bombing through some of the screen here, accelerating by leaning forward with the device. Oops, check your radar. I'm a bad pilot, I have to tell you this right off the bat, but you have to trust me in that the accelerometer does recognize the directions of the plane, seems to be really responsive. We're quite impressed with that, really. Some of the accelerometers on the other devices do work, but we're always a bit slow and hesitant. But this one seems to really be able to actually, accurate enough that it's able to actually control and play the game reasonably well. Okay, I'm dead again. Speaking of the accelerometer, just so that you can see how that works on the device itself, actually, if you change the orientation of the screen, fairly quickly it slips over to the appropriate positioning depending on how you hold the device. All 360 degrees of motion, the accelerometer seems to work quite well. One thing we did note, though, was that while the home screen and the applications all seem to react properly, when we opened the YouTube video and did the tested the accelerometer and turned the device, actually the YouTube application opened upside down. So it's not necessarily that all applications are paying attention to what's happening with the accelerometer, but the games that we just showed earlier and the actual home screen and applications do seem to behave appropriately. One of the nice things about Android 2.1 is that it gives you access to live wallpapers for your device. Actually, in their subtle form while you're using them, they're fantastic. They give some nice background effects. I'll try to choose one of the ones that's a little bit less subtle so that you can actually see how it behaves there on camera a little bit more closely. Set the wallpaper. And now, boom, after a few moments, you can see there's actually a live wallpaper in the background there. This one with some lovely I don't know what you would call those, floating colors zinging through the background of the screen. There's a whole bunch of different live backgrounds that are available for the device. You can download them. They're kind of a lot of fun. They probably do suck up battery life on your device, though. So, we're back here in the light to finish up the video, and light requires power, and power is an issue we wanted to sort of mention at the end of the review as well for the product. It's an excellent device, as we've said. Battery life, though, we're seeing advertised from 4 to 5 hours. To be honest, from our performance checking that we're seeing here, is probably closer to 3 hours. We haven't done a very scientific look at things, but just using it in general and watching the power meter start to go down as we've been playing around with the device, my guess is it's closer to 3 hours. I wouldn't be betting on 5 hours if I was using a live device. Anyway, that basically concludes a look at the device. We think it's a very good product for $185, 1080p video, excellent YouTube performance, good browsing, which are some of the key things you're going to be using these tablets for. And again, in a very nice consumer-friendly size device. It doesn't get hot, the device, or anything. It's quite portable. It's really impressive that way. I would say the device is actually very, very good. And in fact, so good we'll be putting it up against our previous favorite, the Wits 181 that we reviewed, or 81 that we reviewed before. We'll do some comparison videos of those next week. But for now, we're signing off with the review of the very nice Moonse 7002.